Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this first game today of Erasmus TV. We're going to have a bunch of games for you coming later on today, but first we're going to start off the day with the Join Dota League. Season 4 is going to be the Asian scene, and we are going to have CsW up against Invasion Esports for you right here. As you guys know, it is going to be a best of 2 here, and we are going to go into game number 1 here in just a few seconds. Now, obviously, guys, I'm terribly sorry about the huge delay there that we actually had. I do think it was around 12 minutes or so. We did have some teams that, or some players from these two teams here that actually were a bit delayed here, sadly. But you know, I was talking with the Chinese streaming dude as well, and we got through the 12 minutes. Alright, so I think that about covers it, guys. Once again, we're gonna have more Rasmus TV coverage coming your way later on this evening. Obviously, if you're from Europe, is going to be the usual Deadly Gaming Cup that we're probably going to start up around 5-ish, and then we're going to run out through the evening from there on out. So, a bunch of Dota coming your way today, and well, as I said, this jDL game, let's go right into the first game of the day. And so, as you guys can see here, we do have, can't say whips, excuse me. I really want there to be an S in that word there, but as you guys can see, we do have Ember Spirit being picked up as the first pick for CsW. Kind of an interesting pickup, I should say. Ogre, a bit more, you know, standard for this meta right now, at least first pick phase meta. It's a pretty tanky hero, pretty good overall, and yeah, he's going to be coupled up with an Invoker in what assumably is the mid lane here later on. We're going to find out, obviously, where exactly he's going to be put. Maybe he's going to be up against Ember Spirit. Maybe Ember Spirit is going to be in the safe. We'll have to see. For now, I can say that for sure, the first ban phases there have been pretty standard. We're talking about Death Prophet, Brew, Centaur. A little bit out of the ordinary here is the Naga, but this is Asian Dota, so it's obviously going to be a bit different from what I usually see. Also, I do know a lot of people actually play around with that Naga Siren there. Most popularly known, obviously, is Miracle, who is now playing for, is it First Departure right now? Yeah, I think it is. Not really sure, but I actually, I'm gonna go ahead and Google that for you guys. um, yeah, it is First Departure. I'm not sure why I actually got confused about that for a second there. I'm pretty sure I actually knew that, but yeah, alright. So, Tatterner gonna be picked up, probably gonna be for that off lane there. Now, I do have to say, guys, I don't actually know too much about CsW here, and well, I know some of the players, but not their actual team composition. I know Godot very well. I know Risk to some extent as well, but I'm a bit more familiar with Invasion Esports lineup here, and well, gonna be seeing. Actually, I would probably say they have a pretty decent winning chance here. Invasion Esports, and as we can see on the Dota bet here on JoinDota.com, they do have they are sitting on a 66% win chance here, according to you guys. Obviously, oh, I do not need to close that down. Actually want that up. There we go. Alright, so let's see here. Yes. Alright. So, second ban phase here, Earthshaker, Skywrath. We're gonna see some supports being banned out by Invasion. Some pretty good zoners and controllers in team fights. Skywrath obviously being one of the better supports in the game here because of his nuke potential. Also in the early game, being able to control the flow of the game with conch shots and ancient seals. The same can be said about Earthshaker, honestly. 3 stuns and yeah, a lot of good things can come out of that, obviously. So they're not going to be
10
picked up
seconds to
here, and
go.
instead Invasion is actually going to be able to pick up a pushing hero here. Either going to be a Korgic hero in the mid or in the off lane,
Dyer's pick.
or it is going to be a Subpergic hero. I think it is going to be a core, um, and it might even be dual lanes. I'm not really sure. It's really a lot of conjecture coming out here right now. Um, from me obviously, but yeah, from the games I usually see, that's what tends to be what happens. Faces Void, Razor also
Radiant's
going to get
pick.
banned out. A bit surprised that Razor actually got banned out that late. The last ban in the second ban phase here. An extremely strong hero. Although, actually I would have preferred Invasion to ban it. No, that yeah, it probably is a good idea that CSW bans it out.
10
Yeah,
seconds to
makes a
go.
lot of sense because Ember Spirit, if you static link him,
5
that's going to be a
seconds.
problem. That also maybe implies that they think that whoever is going to be up against Ember Spirit is the Razor,
Reserve time.
most possibly because that's a really good lineup. So I'm not really sure where CSW is thinking that he's going to be put this Ember Spirit. Um, but yeah, we'll have to see, obviously. Witch Doctor going to be picked up here for Invasion Esports. So is going to be Invoker, Ogre, Jakira, and Witch Doctor. A very, very early game oriented lineup, I would say. Whereas on the side of Kansai Whips, actually,
10
we have a
seconds to
lot of.
go.
I mean, both
5
both
seconds.
teams have really good supports for the early game here.
Dyer's
The only
pick.
difference is that Jakiro, which is going to be a core here for Invasion Esports. He's got a lot more potential to actually be active in the early game. Whereas if we look at Kansai Whips, we have a Tide Hunter who needs
10 seconds
levels
to
or
go.
ancient stacks. We have Tinker who definitely needs some
5
farm here,
seconds.
at least 10 minutes of farm or something like that. Maybe BOTs at least first, and then he can actually go and do some stuff on
Radiant's
this map
ban.
here, obviously. Um, yeah, obviously Ember Spirit also having to utilize a lot of space and time in some lane. I do believe it's going to be the safe
10
lane here
seconds to
now,
go.
which leads me to believe that can't say
5
Whips actually
seconds.
banned out that Razor because they thought, actually to a certain extent, also the no, that's
Reserve.
no, just the Razor because they were actually scared of an aggressive tri lane, maybe up against that Ember Spirit in the safe lane, to
Radiant's
actually
pick.
contest that. And holy smokes, Invasion Esports is going to be picking a very, very volatile, no pun intended here, seeing the Venomancer lineup for the mid game and early on here is going to be Veno and Jakiro as cores here. Now, usually we see one or the other from time to time being a core, but yeah, this is some heavy stuff. I mean, the most late
10
game they
seconds
actually
to
have is an
go.
Invoker for maybe the start of the late game. Yeah, that's a lot
5
of
seconds.
aggression, and Abaddon's going to be picked up here as the last support here for CSW. And yeah, overall, guys, looks like Invasion is going to be going for a win at least, or they're going to go for a win before 30 minutes, and Kensei Whips are going to go for the later stages of the game here, trying to see if they can actually pull something off that will make them win later on. Jesus. Um, Apparently, I sounded a little bit sleepy, guys. I actually did
10
have a
seconds
very
to
bad.
go.
I didn't sleep too well tonight.
5
Uh,
seconds.
I actually I was at my parents' place and I had to wake up early to go to courses at my university. So what happened was I actually went to bed at like 10 because it just hit me like a
Better
brick
get
wall.
ready.
I needed to sleep right now. And then for some reason, maybe because of the thunder or the rain or something, I just woke up at like 2 in the night and was like, "What the hell am I doing up right now?" Um, so yeah, I am a bit tired, but hopefully it shouldn't damage the cast too much here, guys. So you'll obviously let me know if I botch it up a bit too much here. Um, Actually, I forgot to. That is the first mistake of today, guys. Forgot to actually change up my overlays here. You'll be seeing a lot more of these blunders, maybe. We'll see. Alright, well, okay. So, name of the game, Invasion. Very early game, CSW, very greedy. Gonna go for the later stage instead. Well, we'll have to see. For now, it looks like it's pretty obvious for CSW what Invasion is doing right now. They had wards, now they do not have as many anymore. They can see on ADTR, obviously. They do see these two camps actually blocked, which means that they're not going to be able to pull at all unless they actually do something about this, obviously. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first game of today here on Rasmus TV, you are joined with me, Kong Etvert, one of the Rasmuses here that started this studio. We are going to go into a Join Dota League Season 4 Asian scene matchup here between Invasion and CsW to kick off this day of Dota. I already won a ranked match today, so I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good about the Dota today. For now, let's go through the lanes here that we have now, and on the Radiant side of things, it is going to be CsW, otherwise known as Can't Say Whips. That is true. You really can't say Whips if you know that Wisps is very much more closer to it. On the safe lane here, we're going to have Musica or X Musica on the Ember Spirit. He's going to be supported by, where are you, my friend, Risk on the Venge, as well as Godot on the Abaddon. In the mid, we're going to have Tinker being played by Chains here, and in the top, going to be 2D on that Tidehunter there. On the dire side of things, we're actually going to have Godot maybe going down here. Magic Missile going to come out onto ADTR. One more auto attack coming out from ADTR, and that's going to be it for Godot. He's going to go down. That's going to be the first blood here. Risk going to take some Ignite damage, but yeah, he's going to be fine now. Is actually starting with that Ignite first there. Interesting. Music might be in a lot of trouble here. Ice Path into Cask, and this might be a quick 2-0 here for Invasion. Very well played. And speaking of, on the dire side, it is going to be Invasion here. In the safe lane, going to be Ghost, being played by Venal. In the mid, going to be Kachuk, Imba, just gonna be Imba for the remainder of this game here. In the aggressive trail in here, as we did ponder upon, going to be the two supports, AA on the Witch Doctor, as well as ADTR on the Ogre. We're going to have a core Jakiro here, FZ. Actually, no, yeah, it looks like it's going to be core Jakiro here. And yeah, we'll have to see how that actually goes. So I am just making sure that everything is good to go here. Actually, just want to see if we are. Nope. That's interesting. Oh well. I'll have to check later. Musica is very hard pressed for actually getting any farm whatsoever here in this aggressive tri-lane. And if I were in the spot of CsW right now, I would probably very soon just leave this lane somehow and maybe try and do something else so that Musica can actually get some experience instead. Because right now I'm not really seeing. I mean, Musica has one last hit. That is it. All his CS is a single last hit, and yeah, that's it. So, um, and they can't even pull the camps here. They actually dewarded this this medium camp. So. But yeah, they're not really going to be able to use it for anything other than actually stacking it for later. Go dots, I'm being told. Not Godot, but Go dots. By Kappa Monster. Apparently his name is Go dots. I've actually always known him as Godot. which is kind of embarrassing. It's the same with this is so typical, like having these differences between Asian and European uh, wordings. But Godot gonna be gold upon here first. Aphotic Shield gonna come out. Actually, Sunstrike gonna go through that damage there, and they're gonna take a lot of damage invasion from it. But in the end, he's gonna go down. And now Musica with the bolus here, not gonna be able to save him here though. With that Ice Path coming out into Ignite as well, and that is one more kill here. A 4-0 lead here for Invasion in the start of the game. 2 kills up on Musica, the 1 core here for CsW, and yet this is not looking too good for Team CsW for the first game here. But yeah, as I was saying, these differences in pronunciations are so funny. Like, I'm a huge fan of Team Envy actually, and I I I I know some of the players as well, Moops and some of them, um, the manager as well. But ADTR actually gonna get caught out here. Not sure what he was doing here. Magic Missile into Booming and then Laser, and that's gonna be a quick kill here for Vengeful Spirit. Um, yeah, but I thought his name or her name was Melody, you know? Um, Musica going down again. Oh, this is bad. They actually got 1 kill up on the Ogre, of course, in their jungle here, but that's about it. Yeah, but turns out her name is Mlady. Like, you just say it out like Mlady instead. Now her name is Mladjo, I think. I don't know. It's all so confusing. But some of the other names are also really weird. I think someone was called Fire or something, but Ghost's going to be go to Pawn. He's going to Gale up on 2D, but that is not the biggest problem here. Magic Missile into Bolas, and that's going to be a 4-man gank coming out from CsW, having to allocate a lot of resources to actually killing off this Venomancer in this top lane here. Venomancer is sitting on a pretty decent amount of farm here. Is he going to go Mechanism? Yeah, it looks like it. A pretty early one at that as well. Could maybe see a pipe later on. Not really sure though, seeing as though the pipe should, or excuse me, the mech should be enough, and with the levels coming out for Invasion later on, should be good. CsW is an Australian team most recently that went to MSI, beat it global. I know about that, losing to VP in a best of 5. Yeah, I saw that. That was a pretty interesting game. My 4 favorite heroes in the same teams, in the same team. Yeah, okay. We see Tide Under here going down. I actually missed it just by, but yeah. I was aware of it actually happening. Sorry about that, guys. I was just texting. Yeah, so first tower gonna go down in this game here. Pretty much
Radiant structures are fortified.
going, or well, it was pretty expected, obviously, that the first tower is gonna go in the favor of Invasion here. Something tells me the next one's gonna go down in favor of Invasion as well pretty soon here. Maybe the mid tower here, maybe a gank up onto Chains as well. Chains is sitting on 1400 gold here, so this is going to need another 600 to actually get those boots of travel up there on himself. But that's going to be in the near future, obviously.
Just what the doctor ordered.
He's going to have to care, though, because, I mean, well, he does have a lot of support rotations coming around here for him, so that's obviously really good. We do have Risk actually going all the way back here now. Godot gonna be going on AA. Oh, that Sunstrike might hit. Yes, there we go. And no borrowed time. That's gonna be it here for sure with Cask and a quick Fire Blast here. And Ogre Magi is gonna be able to get the kill here onto Godot. Very nice. And yeah, this is a 7-4-2 lead here in favor of Invasion now. Godot thought he had a quick, easy kill here onto Witch Doctor, but Yeah, Ogre was in the nearby vicinity, so yeah, not gonna be an easy kill. Hmm. Alright, so let's see. Up top here, do you think Ghost's doing a pristine amount of pushing here, obviously? Musica only sitting with 16 last hits here, 9 minutes into the game.
Radiant's middle
Standard
tower
is
is under
about
attack.
50 last hits, um, in a decent lane. He's now finally going to be hitting level 6, so yeah, he is going to be able to do a lot more with that, with these remnants, obviously.
Radiant's top
Actually, I
tower is
was,
under attack.
as I said, I woke up at 2 in the morning for some odd reason, but I saw Merlini was actually playing. Maybe we'll have to take that another time here. For now, 2D does have Ravage, and we're going to have TP coming in from Chains with no Blink Dagger, though, as of yet, so he can't really initiate in onto this. Not really sure he actually wants to do that, though, either. And, yeah, Invasion going to get pushed back a bit here, but that is with the help of 4 heroes of CSW. They have to have so much up here, and now Ghost might be going down here. Oh no! Music is actually gonna go down to Ghost here, and Ghost gonna sit on 30 health points here, so close to actually
Radiant's middle tower
dying
has
off
fallen.
here, and Music has got to be scratching his head here, trying to figure out what they can actually do here. But yeah, for now he's sitting on a 1 for 4. Not really the best situation here, and a lot of different censure words being put down. But yeah, as I was saying, I was watching Merlini, and he actually went um first item Boots of Travel and Ember Spirit, which is really interesting to me. Now FCSC is going to be going upon first here. Cast Death Ward going to come out from Godot, though. Sunstrike going to disrupt it here for now. Abaddon going to get Sunstriked up here. Ice Path coming out onto 2D. It's going to take a lot of damage here, but that Anchor Smash is really good to actually deal up some damage on Invasion. They're going to take down Jakiro, but it is going to be a turnaround here, killing off the Risk. And now with the Maledict and a lot of auto attack damage here coming out from AA, they're going to be able to kill off Tidehunter. But now we're going to have both Music and Chains coming in here onto ADTR and the Witch Doctor here. And let's see, maybe we're going to have Ogre Magi actually going down here. Looks like we're going to have some Jukes coming out here from ADTR first off here. He's going to Fire Blast up onto Chains, but a quick Soul Ring into Heat-Seeking Missile, and Tinker is going to be able to take a quick kill here. And that is a pretty good turnaround here for CSW, but in the end, a 3 for 2 here in favor of Invasion.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright, so in the top here, still, Ghost's going to be pushing in here. He's going to be sitting on Basti Aura as well as Mech Aura. So good here for his bulwark of onslaught here, which is the Plague Wards coupled up with creeps. Obviously, it's going to be so hard to actually defend this tower here, I feel like. And yeah, I mean, you guys can see this. It's just, I mean, 2 extra armor, mana regen, don't really need this for creeps, obviously, but yeah. 4 HP regen and 2 extra armor. It's just so hard to actually kill off these creeps here. I mean, look at this. 200 health points left on this tower here, and yeah, I'll give it another 1 minute until this tower goes down, and that's going to be all tier 1 towers. Oh, but we do have, I thought it was only going to be Risk defending up top here, but now 2D and Godot actually is going to come in here and see if they can actually defend up on this tower here. But we're going to have some help coming out here from AA. He's actually going to get spotted by that wave of terror here from Vengeful Spirit. So Risk is actually going to be putting himself in a more defensive stance here. He is probably thinking, well, if A is there too, then there might be more. So we really have to care here. And yeah, for now, the tower still stands, but 174 health points. That is certainly not a lot. And well, looks like this is going to be the time where they go on this tower. It can't be denied now. And let's see here whether or not he's going to be able to get the last hit here. Oh wow! Actually, 2D's not gonna. He's gonna botch the deny here, and yeah, Venomancer is gonna be able to get the tower. So good, and now 2D's gonna be going upon with Cask and Malady. Ghost. Oh no, might be in a lot of trouble here. We're actually gonna have Death Ward, but that got canceled quick by Ravage here. Swap coming out onto Ghost here after he actually ultied here. Let's see, might go down. There we go. One magic missile coming out. We're gonna have AA actually going on Risk here. Let's see, 2 more auto attacks maybe. TP coming up from Risk. Oh, that is enough to actually keep him alive here. Now 2D going to be good upon here by ADTR coming in with the Fire Blast quick up here. I'll go so close to actually going down here with that Sunstrike, but it's just going to botch, and that bird time would have saved him, obviously. Tinker going to come in with Musica. They're going to go on AA first. Let's see here. Chain's going to throw some damage onto ADTR. They are both very low right now. Ice Path, though, is going to come out onto Musica. And, well, let's see here. Now they are probably going to go in on Musica. It's going to be a Fire Blast quick up here. ADTR taking a lot of damage, but it looks like he's going to be fine here with the help of FZ. Wow. Okay, Musica. So close. And down here on the bottom lane, as you did see here, we're going to have a tier 2 tower going down as well. I mean, this is just so hard to deal with. If they defend top tower, then they're going to have to let go of their tier 2 bottom tower. And yeah, I mean, this game is just so hard for CsW. But on the other hand, they are getting kills now, which is good. And Chains have gotten his boost of speed as well as some of the core items that you need. He's going to need another 500 gold here before he can actually buy that Blink Dagger, and that should set him up for a pretty good mid-game here. But I mean, still looking at the experience here, it is Invasion ahead by about 6k here in experience and 10k in terms of gold. But we do, as I said, we do see this dip here, so we're going to have to need Invasion to do something very soon here for them to actually keep this lead for much longer. And, well, excuse me here, guys. Alright, so Roshan did go down. Look at all these Venom wards here, and actually it's going to be level 3 Necro Book up here on Invoker. Holy smokes, man, that is a lot of push coming out here. And now Ketchik, they're going to go on Musica first. That's going to be Sunstrike into Macropyre and Ice Path here. We're going to see Deafening Blast coming out as well. Oh, one more auto attack coming out here from Ketchik here. Is he going to live through this? He is going to have an Aphotic Shield saving him here for now. It looks like he's just going to TP back here for now. And Risk, we're going to see Ravage coming out onto ADTR first here. Anchor Smash as well. Risk going to take a lot of damage here. This Maledict probably going to kill him off here. There we go. But he's sticking onto AA, and that is very close to actually killing him off. But Urn and Voodoo is enough to actually save him. Death Ward coming out now from AA, and that's going to be a kill here onto Tidehunter, courtesy of Invoker first off here. And this is just CV sieged up. Nothing to do here. They are bottlenecked up into their base here. They are going to have to present a stalwart defense if they want to stay in this game here for much more than 10 minutes, much less 5 minutes or so. 2 tier 2 towers down here. The only outer tower remaining is the top tier 2 here. Game is hard for CsW for sure. 10k net worth up here for Invoker. He has just gotten the whole of this early game for himself here. Just sitting down on that lane there in the mid with Hand of Midas, Aegis, Necro Book. Going to use his Necros now. I'm probably going to put them in through the bottom lane here, whilst the rest of his team actually pushing up the tier 2 here. I do apologize me while I drink some water here. Water is, of course, very important for you guys. Let's see, Ice Path coming out here from FZ. I keep wanting to say Z instead. And yeah, just a lot of heat-seeking missiles coming out here from Tinker. Obviously, they're going to try to defend for the longest possible here, but between the Plague Wars and just the March of Machines not being close enough to actually do anything to the ranged heroes here from Invasion, then yeah, this tower is going to go down. Bigger problem is that Invoker is not even there right now. He is sitting on the bottom lane instead and pushing out there. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. All outer towers are down for CsW. Meanwhile, the whole of Invasion's side of the map are still standing fully intact. Some damage on the mid, no damage on the bot, almost no damage on the top. Negligible to say the least here. And yeah, this is not looking good for CsW in this first game. Now let's see. So Godot gonna be sitting on not too much more than, well, Tranquil Boots, and now Vlad's probably gonna be sitting on that Vlad's because of his Ember Spirit here. Gonna be able to give his Ember some lifesteal here. And well, let's see. So up top here, let's see the lanes being pushed in as well. In the mid, same thing. I mean, this is just a question of when Invasion is going to break base. And I mean, does Invoker still have Aegis? For how long does he have that? Oh, is he going to go for a quick sheepstick here? 1 more minute left on the Aegis here before that expires. They're probably going to want to use that for something very soon here. He could go for Shivas, but I doubt it. The better item here is Mystic Staff to use on either Ember Spirits or Tinker here. Or Tide Hunter. Ember, Tinker, or Tide. Tide, if he doesn't get off the Ravage, then it's good. Otherwise, just Tinker or Ember Spirit. FZ is going to be going upon risk here. Looks like he's going to be fine for now, though. Going to be able to dodge that meteor there. Kachik going to be sitting on those Quas balls there. Going to give him a lot of regen. And yep, there we go. That Aegis is going to expire once more here. So that is going to be... Oh, wow. The Ravage is going to be popped here by 2D, though. They're going to go in onto AA as well as Ghost. He's actually going to get force-staffed out by FZ here. First off, Music is going to take a lot of damage from this Poison Nova. Let's see, Todd actually going down first off here. Deathward going to come out onto Ember. And now Riz trying to save himself here. But Dual Breath is just so much damage here. Actually, looks like he's going to be fine because of that Aphotic Shield there, obviously.
Tower is under attack.
And yeah, so that is going to be CsW engaging in onto Invasion, but yeah, Invasion won the team fight, and that is going to be bottom. Bottom Raxus here. Yeah, and they're just going to continue here. Probably going to get a kill up onto... Oh, Shane, so close to that. Tornado had hit him. They could probably just have continued into... or in through the tier 1 mid... or tier 3 mid tower here. But Invasion still... Gonna go in, and now we're gonna see Swap coming in onto Ghost here. He's gonna get force staffed out though. Ice Path coming out. Maledict gonna hit onto Godot. See Borrow Time being popped already. He is gonna go up completely in health, but yeah, that is a bit of a roller coaster ride there. All the way up, all the way down, all the way back to base. I guess. Jeez. But yeah, Ice Path is going to be hitting on Musica here. He's actually going to try to Remnant out, but Deafening Blast too much damage here coming out from Kachik, and GG, well played is going to be called. So, ladies and gentlemen, first game is going to go the way of Invasion Esports, quite convincingly so here, casually popping the poison over here because why not? We are going to go into game number 2 here in just a few seconds here, guys. Obviously, you can follow Rasmus TV on YouTube. That's going to be where we post all our uploads. Maybe not this one. We'll have to see about that. That is going to be at user at Rasmus TV, TEEVEE, the same way spelt as here on Twitch. You can follow us at Facebook.com as well. That is going to be at Rasmus TV, just TV, no extra E's or anything. I'm Kung Edvard, one of the casters here on Rasmus TV. You can follow me at twitter.com at Kung Edvard. Stay tuned for game number 2 here between CsW and Invasion coming up in just a few minutes.